What is up, YouTube? UltimateLocke here. I'm going to be going over some of the eBay auctions I've won the past couple months. These are some pretty awesome auctions that I ended up winning, and overall, most of these auctions are pretty freaking good. This auction, for example, was really good. I got an awesome deal, and that's mainly because the seller ended up screwing up. As you can see here, huge was definitely spelt wrong, and Pokemon Japanese PSA graded Ancient Mewtwo promo was also incorrect. This was not the Ancient Mewtwo promo. This was the Pokemon 2000 game promo. It's basically, it was given out during the movie, but it's a different promo. They had different prints of it. So that was also incorrect. And I ended up getting 21 of them for $125. PSA at the platinum level cost $7 to grade a card, so 21 times 7 equals 147. I paid $125 plus $7.99 shipping. I made that's pretty good. So what am I going to actually do with these? And here's the Gem Mint 10 one that I can show you. This one right here is Gem Mint 10. It's pretty freaking awesome. But what am I actually going to do with these? I don't really know. I'm probably going to keep the Gem Mint 10. It looks really cool, and obviously it's basically the highest quality you can actually get. I most likely will give a few of these away. These are kind of collector items, and everyone likes Ancient Mew. Regardless of whether or not you play Pokemon, the card looks cool. So I might do that for like a subscriber thing or something along those lines. So make sure to subscribe. Once I probably get about, like, I want to say 500 or so subscribers, I will most likely start doing giveaways, which will entice other people to like my video, share it, etc. That way the channel gets more well known. So without further ado, let's go to the next auction. And also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, I'm not wearing sunglasses. These are just tinted glasses. My original glasses actually are very, very scratched up, and it's almost impossible to see through them right now. So I'm going to get them replaced. And in the meantime, I'm going to be wearing these hater shades. They block all the hate. So this was a pretty big lot. I also ended up getting was a Pokemon Crystal and Emerald in the slot. So I got everything here. I want to say the only games that were butter knifed were Soul Calibur and Spider-Man. All the rest were in very good condition. So this lot was pretty damn good. I ended up getting 2 games that I actually wanted for my Pokemon game collection, and as for the rest, that's pretty much trade bait. So pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. So this was another really good auction that I ended up getting. I got a Pokemon Black, Pokemon White 2, Pokemon Soul Silver Complete, Pokemon Heart Gold Complete, Pokemon Wind Waker, or not Pokemon Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Fire Red Ruby, Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, Pokemon X, and Pikmin. Pretty much the Pokemon games went to my collection except for Soul Silver, Heart Gold. Those 2 games were complete in box, so what I did with them is I ended up using them as trade bait to pretty much get whatever I could for them. Basically, complete in box games are worth a lot more, especially Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Crystal, Red, Blue, Gold, any of the old games or the high demand games. They're worth a lot more if they're complete in box. So pretty much I use that as trade bait because I'm going for quantity over quality. I don't care if the Pokemon game has a case or not. It's not really the meaning of what I'm doing. So if I get something that's, like, let's just say rare, for instance, I'm most likely going to trade it so I can get more of whatever I'm trying to get. Okay, so here's some more Pokemon games. Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Heart Gold, Pokemon Black 2, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. So Now, these aren't complete, so obviously they went into my Pokemon game collection. As for like the Pokemon Black 2, even if they are completed, they're going in the collection. They're not really rare items. You can get Pokemon Blacks. You can pretty much get almost every single game for the DS-wise extremely easily. The only games that are actually hard to get complete in box would be Soul Silver and Heart Gold, because you can get them complete, but you can't get them complete with the Poké Walker and the both back pieces for the Soul Silver Heart Gold that easily. So that's the reason why I take those games out and I trade them, because usually you can get decent trade value with, I want to say, on Craigslist or pretty much any site. I can also use 99 Gamers, etc. to end up getting a decent trade and possibly getting like pretty much 2 Soul Silvers incomplete or just cartridges. So let's go here. These game batteries were all dead, and I talked to the seller, and he was like, I'll do 10 each for them. So I was like, dealio! And ended up getting 8 Pokemon games for $80. It was a decent deal, and I'm very glad. As you can see there, Pokemon Crystal, you can see that it has the original battery, which the original batteries doesn't really matter. Quantity over quality. Some more stuff. 3 Pokemon games for $20. These, you can get Pokemon games fairly easily. When people say that Pokemon games are rare, they're not rare at all. You find them all the time on eBay. Literally, if you actually look hard enough, you can find them for like $10 to $12 to $13. Sure, there are sellers selling them for $24, $25, $26, and $30, but realistically, they're not worth that much. You can find them much cheaper because these games were mass-produced. They were literally mass-produced to the maximum output Nintendo could. So, those factory machines, they were spitting them out like candy. Now, as for like factory sealed games, yeah, those are extremely rare. As for the loose cartridges, those are not that rare. Maybe if you have a mint condition cartridge, which I have gone through, like, I want to say like 3 of every game, 3 of every single Pokemon game, I've seen a gem mint cartridge. I end up trading those, and you can get usually basically 1 for 2 value, because many people will actually want a gem mint cartridge, and they'll give you like 2 Pokemon games for that, which is pretty much doubling your value. So that I can understand. As for the rarity of the games, they're not rare. And this is an auction that I think is the best auction I've ever won. So I was pretty much just looking at the auction, and I knew I could get some really good trade bait off the 2 Zelda games. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess GameCube and Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition both are amazing trade bait. They're like literally 2 of the most in-demand games, aside from Smash Bros. So many people want them. I know I can trade them for like multiple games, so I ended up getting the slot. And the Mario Kart Double Dash, Paper Mario, and Sunshine, those are just good enough as is. But after I bought this lot, I started looking at it more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then I realized that that Paper Mario is actually fake, factory sealed. I almost said fake, but that Paper Mario is factory sealed, and it was a purchase from Best Buy. And I was like, what? So ended up getting it. It's right here next to me. I'll show you guys. It is factory sealed. It's in very good condition, and this is excellent trade bait. But I'm probably going to sell it because obviously it's a factory sealed game. So I call this my holy grail find. Obviously, it's not worth too much because it's a player's choice edition, but it's worth quite a bit. And the reason why I'm holding it like this is because obviously I don't want to get fingerprints on it, because collectors are annoying as hell when it comes to that stuff. I've had a deal go bad off of Craigslist because the dude literally took a light and was like checking for fingerprints. It was like, this game has fingerprints all over. I'm like, yeah, it's a used game. That's to be expected. He's like, nah, dude, I can't do that then. I'm like, you're buying a used game and you're not expecting fingerprints. Do you know the meaning of used? And yeah, that was like a huge waste of time, but you find those people every day. So yeah, this is a pretty damn rare find. I don't think I'll find another good rare item like this, or I should say a factory sealed item that I wasn't even expecting to be factory sealed and ended up being factory sealed. So many people ask me what is the rarest games I have. I have Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Actually, I don't have it anymore, but I just had it literally about 48 hours ago, I guess. And I ended up trading that for some other games. I have Phantasy Star Online, the Plus Edition, which is the exact same value as Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which is around like $100. So you can generally get Fire Emblem Path of Radiance if you look hard enough for about like $60, maybe $50. But if you have like a Gem Mint complete copy, it's worth about $100. So if you have those games, strongly recommend trading them or selling them. As for Final Fantasy Online Plus Edition, this probably will hold its value. As for Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, that game is always going to be rare, but I've seen the price go from like $100 to $40 to $70 to $100. So it basically goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's generally whatever you can get. Other rare games I have are, I don't really know, games. I've come across a ton of games. I almost recently bought a Pokemon boxed version for the GameCube, and yeah, Pokemon box, yeah. So basically the seller sold it to me for $110, which I was like, awesome. And actually, you know what? Instead of telling you guys, I can just show you, and that's 100 times better. That way you guys aren't like, this guy's just making shit up as he goes. Let's see here. Sorry, it's going to take a second. I have to find out which one I bought it on. Dun, 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 dun. Purchase history. Alright, let me minimize this. Of course, can't minimize. That's always the best. Okay, I'm not going to show the seller's name, because obviously that would be kind of a prick move, because you guys might spam them or whatever with my thousands of viewers. Okay, and that should be good. Can basically just zoom that out a little bit. So I bought it for I guess it was 139. I thought it was 110. Maybe I best offered it. I don't know. Maybe it's not showing, but I could have sworn I paid 110 for it, not 139. But either way, I basically got it for a decent deal. So the seller, right, it basically was like, okay, I'm going to ship it to you tomorrow morning. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, awesome. I go to sleep, I wake up, and the item has been refunded. Or yeah, the payment has been refunded. Check the messages, and I see that she told me that she could not find the cable that is basically right here in the picture. Could not find this cable or the memory card, which I don't care about either of them, because one, the cable is not worth that much, and the memory card is absolutely worthless in my opinion, because it's not even the authentic memory card that's supposed to come with Pokemon Box. So, two things I don't care about. Would have been like, just give me $10 off, something along those lines. And she pretty much went off and was like, yeah, refund immediately, repost. So, in my mind, when she refunded, I immediately thought that she was screwing with me and that she basically wanted to sell it for more after we already came to an agreement, which I was going to be kind of pissed. This is what I saw, and this is what made me even more pissed off. So I'm going to go and make sure you guys can't see her name, because trust me, I want to like throw it in her face so much, and this is what I saw, and it made me cry inside. That is right. So she sold it for $139. Could not find the memory card, could not find the cable that she literally just took a picture of. Literally just took a picture of. She could not find it. So she refunded me, waited 2 days, and then posted up for $75. In the meantime, when she refunded me, I know I contacted her back. I know for a fact that I contacted her on July 11th. Or July 12th. Right? So, that was certain. But I have no idea why she relisted it. And she didn't even relist it for a higher price. She relisted it for $75. $75. What the hell? So, obviously, pretty pissed. So, that was one of the auctions that somehow slipped away. Now, as for the ultimate auction that has slipped away from me, I have to say, when I first started getting into eBay, I want to say about around 2000 and... I don't really know. When did I first get into eBay? It was a long time ago. I can just check my account details. I think around 2006, 2005, something around that. Pretty much, I bought a lot of stuff. I sold a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. And it came to the point where I was looking around for stuff that I can make profit on. And I ended up finding a huge Ancient Mew lot. These guys. A huge one. So, some basically person that worked at the movie theater that got a giant container filled with them. Basically, when the movie ended, and basically they're just giving away the promotional stuff and they're supposed to send it back, they just ended up keeping the box. And this is about, I want to say, 4,000 Ancient Mews. 4,000 to 5,000 Ancient Mews. So, this was about 5 o'clock in the morning this auction was supposed to end. I had it watched. I set my alarm clock. I woke up. Couldn't remember why on earth I set the alarm clock. So went back to sleep. Realized that I set it for the auction. And I woke up literally 15 minutes later. And as I was putting in my bid, it asked me to re-sign in. And the auction was over. And it sold for $475 for 4,000 Ancient Mews. If you don't know how much an Ancient Mew is worth, it's always been worth about $5 to $7. It's not gold, but 4,000 of them is like 20k. So I was quite pissed. That was a lot of money that I ended up not getting. So I was fairly sad on that one. But there's been some auctions. Example, these Pokeballs right here. This is not an actual complete one, but I ended up winning a box that I still have to this day, literally filled with them. It's a Burger King promotional box. It came with 100 Pikachus and 100 Poliwhirls. The Pikachus I only had 50 of, and the Poliwhirls I had 110 of, because basically they just took some of them from the other box that was left over and they put them together. And the Pikachus sold out. I bought the box for $85 and $20 shipping. Okay, and I was selling the Pikachus for $14.99, and the 50 Pikachus sold out within, like, I want to say a week. So, needless to say, I made my money back. But those are some of, like, the amazing eBay auctions I've had. Let me know what you guys have gotten, and overall, this has been a pretty good run. I'll probably do more updated videos, maybe doing like a price comparison of the game auctions versus how much they're worth, how much I paid. But understand, with a lot of these games, their value is really, 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 really overpriced. You can find these games much cheaper, basically any way possible, especially if you're only wanting to get one or two. You can find these games like literally half the price of eBay. I would just suggest going around trading. eBay prices are not a way to go if you're literally trying to get the game and you have time to get the game. If you're wanting to get the game really fast, then eBay's probably your best bet. Other than that, I would strongly recommend just going to like Craigslist and looking for deals. I'm probably going to pick up a Pokemon Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, and Legend of Zelda Hourglass for $30, which those 3 games right there, according to GameStop, is like $70, which is total bullshit. Anyways, guys, peace out.